Joined in studio by a very special guest by the name of Madison Hornblow. Kia ora, hello and welcome to the studio.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Good morning, Madison, and I hope the heart rate has just settled a little bit. Poor Madison has been in the car for an hour and a half dealing with Auckland traffic.
I listened to a lot of Charity Gale on the way.
Trying to calm the
spirit down.
So I've just found out we live in a similar part, or you were coming from at least a similar part of Auckland where I live. It's the worst. I'm so glad that I work early mornings. I skip all of that. It's so bad.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at a video from 7 months ago, which is the last time we had you in studio with Bethany Edmonds. And man, I just need to apologise for whatever moustache I was rocking.
I don't even remember, so you're good.
Man, I
haven't even seen that.
That's a Mark Sainsbury looking moustache I've got on there, and that's a bad look.
Was it 7 months ago that we spoke to Madison?
That's
okay,
crazy.
So some of you may not be familiar with Madison, but she popped in with her friend Bethany.
Yes.
And they sang for us. But Madison, you actually at that time, you were only here temporarily because you were based in Australia.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're back here in New Zealand permanently?
Yeah, I'm back here permanently. So I just moved back over the weekend.
Can we talk about why welcome back. Can we talk about the reason why you're in Australia, your occupation, and then I'll ask you why you came back.
Yeah, so I'm a lawyer by trade, and I moved to Sydney, about a year ago for a job. And but I really missed home. All my family and friends are here, so...
Was it your choice?
To move back.
Your choice?
My choice.
There wasn't a timeline that...
No timeline, I thought I'd be there for longer, but New Zealand's a pretty great place to live. So.
See, everybody, and especially at the moment, right, because, times are tough around the place for a lot of people, and the allure of Australia, moving over to Aussie, everyone's like, it's just, you get paid way better, everything's easier, the beaches are nicer, it's warmer, there's crocodiles here, but everything else is all good. What's it like? Is it as shiny as
shiny?
A lot of people say?
I don't know. I feel like... I definitely, once I was over there, I started thinking about New Zealand and I was like, I love home. It's a good place to live for sure. But it's just a bit bigger, more people.
Are you the type of person to adopt an accent?
I am, yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're okay, though.
Have I transitioned back? I'm trying to transition away from my Australian accent.
Because I can hear like a twinge of that Sydney.
I wonder what it was like in September when I was on it.
It was bad. I can't hear anything, so good.
Oh, okay,
Please don't start talking like that. Okay, so,
I'll do my best.
So while you were over there in Australia, did you continue your music, writing and maybe singing, and then... What's happened since you've come back?
Yeah, I did a bit of writing while I was over there. I feel like that's an ongoing thing. With Bethany as well, we still do that over voice message. But keen to do a bunch more of it. I feel like I know a lot of people here and that I'm keen to write with, so...
As a creative person, or when you're, trying to write music or make stuff like that, when you move out of your environment, you're in another country, it's a whole new place, different people, you're away from family, everything, it's a lot of change in your life. Do you find that pushed you more towards creativity as an outlet or like writing, or did it make it harder to try and find space for that kind of stuff or be inspired? Yeah,
I think it probably pushed me towards it. It's a good way to process life, and like you said, there's so much change when you move away from home. I'd say I probably did a bit more of it.
You're under pressure with the occupation, profession that you're in.
It
is. So talking about an outlet, is it good for you to have that?
Yeah, it's a very good outlet. I feel like during the day when I'm in my lawyer brain, it's very pragmatic and so it's nice to do something totally different outside of work.
So where does so you got a balance? It sounds like you got the balance right.
Not all the time. But I try. Yeah.
Where do you want to lean more towards? I mean, being a lawyer, that's where your money comes from. Very hard to be a Kiwi Christian musician.
Yeah.
Is that the passion for you?
I'd love to be able to do both, and find a way where you can still set aside a bunch of time to be creative and explore that, but. I also like being a lawyer as well. So
with being a lawyer, I got a few friends that have worked in law or are lawyers and that whole scene. It can be super intense.
Yep.
It can
Like,
be
especially as a
intense.
young lawyer who's trying to like make it and get the
yeah.
opportunity.
She's far too nice to be a lawyer, man.
But like,
Yeah.
worked to like, all-nighters, not uncommon. Like,
It is pretty intense.
Are you in that whole kind of that
I am.
level of intensity?
Yeah. I think your first few years are particularly notorious for being like quite long hours.
Yeah, it's a
and
way of like
you're
weeding out
learning-
the week.
Yeah,
almost.
I
like-
guess so. Yeah, yeah. You're just like learning the ropes, and it is a lot. So, but
Okay.
I've got a year under my belt, so
Well, that's good.
Surviving
that's
so
good. I'm
far.
surviving so far.
So the next part of this interview, because we want to talk about this new song, we want your lawyer to speak, okay? We want you to be the lawyer, Madison Hornblow,
right.
okay? So I want to, because you're far too nice to be a lawyer, man. All right.
Nah, but that's how they get you.
Yeah,
The smiling killer.
True.
You haven't got me yet, dude.
In fact,
Right.
what kind of law? What type of laws? So why? What
Yeah.
type of?
that I do.
Yeah,
or-
is it like courtroom law or is it like?
I'm going to be doing
property
courtroom
business?
law.
Oh.
Yeah, in New Zealand. Yeah.
But you can't
So
handle
watch
the
out.
truth, dude.
No, you can't handle the truth.
No, you can't say that with a smile.
No, I'm too smiling. I know, I'm smiling too much.